We went to high school together.
No way. Weird.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with Nancy Lieberman at the WNBA draft, pre-draft event at the ESPN Zone. Nancy, I have a few questions for you. My first one is, tonight I heard you say that it's important for the fans to understand the game and to understand the players, and I'm wondering why you think that's important.
I think that if you understand and you know a little bit about history, then you're more invested in the big picture. So instead of seeing some of the younger players that are on the court today, whether it's an Adjuvant or Essence Carson or Lori Moore with the New York Liberty, you also remember that there was a Kim Hampton and a Teresa Weatherspoon and a Sue Wicks, so you get the full picture of where a franchise came from. Especially in women's sports, how do men know who Babe Ruth is, or Hank Aaron, or Joe DiMaggio? They never saw them play. But men are so good at sharing the history of their sport, and little boys grow up knowing who those legends were. And I think we as women, sometimes our pie is so small that we only focus on the now, and we forget to share the history of the game, and that's why I think it's important.
That's great. We work a lot with women who blog about this, the WNBA and basketball and other sports. Would you say that's important for the future of women's sports?
It's vital. We need people like you, because if you're not blogging about us, why should we ask a dude to do it, right? I mean, if you might have played or supported, or you're supporting women's sports now by what you're doing. I saw something on ESPN today. Stephen A. Smith was on one of our shows, First Take, and he said, "It's not my job as a man to promote your sport." Why don't women get out there and get passionate and buy tickets and write stories and blog? When women get passionate enough in numbers to support, then you're going to grow your sport. But don't blame it on me, a guy, because I don't want to write about women's basketball. And he's right. We need to take care of our own business.
What do you think about the WNBA's recent use of new media, Twitter, Facebook? Do you think that's important for the league, and do you think it's new and exciting?
It seemed to work for President Obama. So, I mean, if it worked for him, I think it would work for us. It's really good. It's grassroots. It gets to people, and I think it galvanizes young people, because that's a way of communicating. And older people like myself who went, "I'm not doing Facebook. Okay, I'll do it." We've had to grow, and we've had to grow with the times. Like Twitter. I didn't even know what Twitter was until Rebecca, we had her Twitter, the women's tournament. And I was like, "Rebecca, why does anybody want to know you're making dinner for Siobhan and changing Maeve's diapers?" People want to know. It's just another form of communication, and we need to be on the cutting edge of it.
That's great. What would you have to say to the women out there who maybe aren't WNBA fans, or you would like to be WNBA fans? What should they look forward to this year? I know the T-shirts say to expect great things. What do they have to look forward to this year?
Well, I think fans need to look forward to seeing the game continue to grow. The players are getting better each and every year. You have a nice blend of veterans, players like Taurasi, Birdlorn, Jackson, who are no longer the youth of the league. They're kind of almost to the prime of their careers, and then they're going to mentor the young players, the kids that are coming in through the draft this year. So I think there's like 3 different phases of the player grouping in the WNBA, and I think that the fans are really going to see the highest level of play this year because of the condensed rosters, and of course with the Comets not being around anymore. To play in the WNBA, you're going to have to be great, and the players should expect great, because if they do, then the fans are going to see great.
That's great. I think that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.